السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أطعم الله من أطعمنا وسقى الله من سقانا. Bon appetit, عافية olsun. Inshallah you have enjoyed your food. Sometimes when I eat, I feel difficult. When I hug my children, I feel very sad. Because there are families in Gaza that carry their children in bags. There are families in Gaza, when I eat, I remember my eyes were full of tears because my aunt in Gaza does not have food. And we enjoy life and continue. Sheikh Ishaq, Sheikh Gabriel, Sheikh, all the scholars here have tried to shake us, not to feel solidarity. Professor Farid said we need to stand in solidarity. Palestine does not need solidarity. It needs you as part of the family. You need to feel the pain and to feel what is happening. They are doing it on your behalf. They are doing it on behalf of 2 billion Muslims around the world. They are doing this on behalf of 8 billion humans around the world. They are fighting the evil of the world, and today it is happening in Gaza. But it didn't start on the 7th of October or in 1948. It started when the British occupied Palestine in 1917, and before that, when they occupied the mind. They divided us. Conquer, you know the saying, divide and conquered, and they did a very good job. They divided us in a way that, whether it's along sectarian lines, whether around nationalist. You look at Palestine and you look at Jordan and Syria and Lebanon, they created identities that didn't exist. My grandfather, when he would go to Egypt, they would say the Shami, the one from Bilad al-Sham came. But they put us in boxes, and these boxes you have to defend. They drew lines and divided us. And to break the chains of this slavery, we need to break the occupation of the mind. We need to become one. We need to become strong, and we need to free Gaza. Wallahi, yesterday I said it, and I felt ashamed of the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the last time I was in the Masjid al-Aqsa, because I saw a Zionist soldier with his teeth bite a Muslim woman inside the mosque while she was reading the Quran. I felt ashamed that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam did not bring up the ummah to be this pathetic. I feel today ashamed of my humanity when I see the people of Gaza starve to death, and we cannot break the siege. We need to challenge Zionism at every front. And the pain that goes through our heart is not a pain for the people of Palestine. It's a pain that this humanity has become so low that we cannot take a glass of water into Gaza without the Zionist permission. We need to break the chains of this Zionist, colonialist, settler state that exists in Palestine. And to do this, every one of you has a responsibility. Everyone, as an individual, as an organization, and as a state. South Africa is at the forefront of taking the Zionists to court, and we will bring them down. It is definite, because always justice will prevail. It is called the Holy Land, and in Arabic, if any of you know Arabic, Allah gave this land the name Al-Ardul Muqaddasa. Muqaddas means mutahhar. it, the Mufassirin say something so beautiful. لا يعمر فيها ظالم. No tyrant will ever last there. This is the land that saw the destruction of the crusade. This is the land that saw the destruction of the Mongols. This is the land that saw the destruction of Napoleon. This is the land that will see the destruction of the Zionists.
Allahu Akbar.
As organizations, NGOs, we need to break the siege on Gaza. We will not take permission from the Zionists to take water and food into Gaza. We need to send the ship after ship. If last time 10 martyrs on the Mavi Marmara, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their shahada, our blood needs to join the Palestinian blood on the land. And our blood is no more valuable than their blood. As an individual, every single one, if I'm doing 50%, 100% is not enough. Believe me, just making dua and making some charity is not enough. On the day of judgment, before the day of judgment, what will you tell your grandchildren in 20 years' time when they ask you, you lived through a live genocide, you watched it, and you did not stop it? Shame on you. How will you stand in front of your grandchildren first before you stand in front of Allah on the day of judgment on the land of Bayt al-Maqdis? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, it is the land of raising and gathering, Ardul Mahshari wal Manshar. Ituhu fasallu fih. It is the land where you will be questioned on the day of judgment. You lived in the 21st century when Al-Aqsa, the first Qibla of Muhammad, was under occupation. What did you do? If you don't have an answer, believe me, moving to the next life is going to be much worse than living this life. Finally, there's beautiful words. They can take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. But Sheikh Izzuddin al-Qassam 100 years ago said, and Abu Ubaidah repeats it today, either victory or martyrdom. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.